Foolish, but listen all that time. Like I always do. There's always something, and I always was, you know. You can rely on me. I'm not asking for something just because you know. Give it to me. But I'm with my feelings all I say. You hurt me once or twice. You know I love it, I'm never afraid. Please heed this advice. I've been all the doctors looking for the cure. Makes the heart grow fond. One day to be right. Open up, fill this calendar. Use what you do. Keep on seeing the sun. There's a place for you. I'll be heading out to Reno. I'll be there by 12:01. I'll be checking out those real guns.
All right, this is what's really happening with your host, me, and we have Richard Strick in studio. I was watching you from the Hot Monk. It's in that. That's in what
Sebastopol.
Oh,
yeah.
I got it. I was gonna say Mill Valley, but then I went sub Mill Valley. It's kind of same area, right? No, he's shaking his head. No, is that?
It's a ways away.
From here, or Mill?
Different county.
Okay. Well, all right, yeah. So how was that? That was your whole was that your whole band there? How many bands are you in?
That's my former band, Hearts and Bones. Hearts and Bones. It was 4-piece band. My band now is a 3-piece band. Kent, the other guitar player, has moved to East Coast, and he is no longer in the band, and we're running with just the three of us, and
Well, they're lucky to have you.
well, the band is basically my band. It's I'm lucky to have them.
Okay, well, I mean,
what it comes down to.
I mean, well, just what was that phone call like when they had that phone call and their maybe their spouse or a family member picked up the phone and I said, Richard Strick is on the phone and he wants you to be in his band. Yeah, it must have gone nuts.
Oh, I've known these guys for years and years. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So these are like
These are
childhood friends.
These are my good friends. Yes.
And this is. Are you in other? Is this just this one band right now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's you did some moves there. Did that cause you any trouble? I see a little rebellious there, with the Elvis dance moves.
No, that's all involuntary.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like he seemed like he couldn't control his movements either when the music moves you. But no one tried to go, oh, lock him up. Right? No one tried to banish you for your like the rebellious moves, the
No.
gyrating.
No, I've never gotten any complaints.
Huh. Well, is there times where complaints can be compliments?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I guess no one seemed to mind when he was doing it. Kind of made it even. What are the best compliments you've had?
The best compliment I get is if somebody says they like the music, and even if they don't say it, if they're paying attention, I appreciate that.
You prefer when they're dancing versus when just looking all serious?
Oh, I don't. My music is unfamiliar. I play original music, and it's unfamiliar, and people generally don't dance to music that they're not familiar with.
So, well, if it's their first time, yeah, they're just kind of warming up to it.
Yeah.
See, I guess, yeah, I can see that. Like, probably a second time coming to your show, I'd want to partake and dancing, but usually, hopefully someone else is dancing first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. I want to dance the other night, and I'm like looking over like someone would start first. But you have quite a history. Yeah, I'll tell you, there's a mayor of Huntington with your name too.
Yeah.
No relation.
No relation.
But you never thought about going for office like Sonny Bono?
No.
No, because it wouldn't be a good. What do you think about politics? Like, good idea, bad idea?
I think it's a disgrace. That's what I think.
That's a true rocker right there. And then related to also a hair expert, MD. Are these people in your family tree that you know?
No.
Huh. But you never thought about going any other route but music?
Well, I've worked for a living all my life. I had to put shoes on the kids and roof over our heads and all of that business.
Yeah, kids. That could be a bummer. Yeah.
Music has been my release, my avocation, we'll call it. It's never been a vocation. I've never 10 cents. I spent many times more money on music than I've ever made on music.
Now you're a big star. How's it feel?
That's funny.
I mean, it was the algorithms that brought me to you. It was really just all that suggestion.
I think you just stumbled upon me. That's what I think.
I don't think that really happens. I mean, well, people are so. It's like these days, we were so sidetracked by things. Mm-hmm. Every second, we're like easy to push things off. So I think the algorithms hit you, and you just push it away. So it really takes someone that's really out there, that they want to push your way. Mm-hmm. So that, I mean, you're definitely famous.
Yeah, that's surprising to me. I'm not aware of that fame that you're talking about.
That's why I like more humble people. And you ever played any like big?
No, I play things like the Middletown chili cook-off and stuff like that, you know.
But you're the main star.
Well, we were the band a couple of years running.
You were a band.
Yeah, my band.
Oh, your band. I thought you meant like you're a band from the play. But that sounds pretty awesome though. Festivals.
A chili cook-off?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bunch of people in the park, you know.
Well, yeah. Well, once your name's out there, people are gonna go chili cook-off. But then they'll see your like the people that aren't there just for the chili will see your name. Like, I don't care about chili. I want to go see Richard Strick.
Yeah.
And then I'll get some chili still.
Yeah, I'm not real sure that's how it works.
I'm always looking at the festival lineups. Like, all right, are the animals playing? Then I'll go. Mm-hmm. Especially for original. You said, wait, it sounds like you've been writing songs since you were born.
I've been writing songs since I was about.
I think I said 50 years over at this website thing here.
Yeah.
And so you pretty much music's in your blood then. Like ever since you were born, it sounds like you've been writing music.
Well, ever since I was. I think I got my first guitar when I was 21. So
50 and 20. Wow. I got my first guitar stolen at 21. That's wow. So do you have a musical family? What got you into this?
My mother and father both played piano. My mother played piano and organ. Played church music mostly. My dad was more improvisational, I would say. My mom had to read music, and when I was a kid, I wanted to get a guitar, and they said, "Well, tell you what, we'll get you a trumpet." And my uncle was a former trumpet player, and he had a trumpet, and so I got some trumpet lessons, and
wow, so you could play anything.
That wasn't my thing, you know. Well, trumpet is a difficult instrument. You have to have it's all in the lips, you know. You have to have like muscular lips to play the trumpet. You're actually creating the sound with your lips.
If you can't whistle, you probably can't play the trumpet.
I don't know. I don't know if that would be related.
Yeah, I can't do it too well. Yeah. So.
But anyway, I didn't really study music until I was, out of school.
But you're like a child prodigy. From an early age, you were thinking about music.
I liked music, but I didn't know anything about playing it or anything like that. No.
Did you grow up to like listen to a station called KFRC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I liked KFRC, but I mostly listened to the black stations, K Soul and KDIA.
Okay, so yeah, so again, Elvis was right.
Do you remember any of those stations? Either one of those two that he just mentioned?
Come on, of course I do.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know. Well, you're young,
I'm
and I'm like, but I just thought because I haven't.
Do
heard
you even know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I was born here in the Bay. So yeah, those were
I
all
mean,
my stations, like KDIA.
well,
and stuff.
yeah, I guess Queso is specifically what would you consider the black station? I guess so Motown, but KFRC had a lot of that.
But it was pretty much a top 40 pop, right?
KYA was another one.
KYA.
Yeah. But I listened to that pop stuff, but then I had a cousin that was older than me, and I was spending the night at his place one time on a Sunday night, and he put on one of those stations, K Soul or KDIA, and they had church going. And
it must have been a Sunday morning.
No, night.
What? Nice.
And that just it got me. That kind of energy.
So you were raised a church going man then?
Yeah, I was raised as a Lutheran. I was a Lutheran as a kid. I didn't have any choice. I mean, that's what my folks were, so that's what I was.
Yeah, I saw Sam and Dave, the Soul. They sang Soul Man. Saw them at one of the KFRC concerts. So I know about the oldies. They don't have any music like that, I guess, anymore. But yeah, I don't think I've been to any of their concerts they've had. What kind of music or musicians come to mind with the music you said you were listening to?
Oh, James Brown and Sam and Dave and
okay,
the Four Tops and the Temptations and all those.
I'm going to see Mavis Staples.
Staple singers.
This week, I think.
All that they called it soul music back then.
Because it hit you in your soul. Well, should we get in some music here?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know Bob Dylan was like one of your inspirations.
Oh yes, that's what got me started writing music. Is when I first heard Dylan. All that bubblegum stuff and Boy Meets Girl and all that kind of stuff is one thing, but music with some real power and real depth. That was Dylan.
Hey, maybe that's why everyone's so confused now. Like back then, you had all that music with power and depth, and they were actually fighting for something. Now it seems like everyone's just not sure what they're fighting for.
A lot of confusion.
Looking for that power and depth still.
Yeah. There's a lot of confusion. Well, okay. Let's see. What shall I play? Oh, I'll just play Madman. got the sun going down. Another day back laying around. Madman, take it down to the wire. His hands shake, his eyes are on fire. He needs a friend, he needs him now. He'll try to love you, just tell him how. He only said he had it lying on ancient treasure. He claimed he had it now. It's unbelievable when he laid out his story. So surprised, he brought it back. Madman knows he's in too deep. Just hear him wake walking in his sleep. Madman, wake up, welcome to day. You can't have it no other way. Madman, older, wiser now. He sells a gun and he buys a plow. Madman, shoulder to the wheel. Yes, you gotta know how it feels. Madman, put your nose to the stone. Madman, sitting there drinking alone. Madman, come and give relief. It's coming on you like a thief. He's just a man that got his hand on a long lost treasure. He carried it in the sack. Should have seen it when he dragged it across the border. Hounds talking, deck stacked against him.
Yeah. Let's we'll roll into the next one. We'll just interrupt with fan questions. This is from some guy named Eddie V. He's asking, ask Richard what his blues 50s 60s rock era rockabilly and country western music influenced him. Eddie Vasquez there. Yeah.
Any rockabilly in your soul?
Oh yeah, that one.
Not really.
Eddie Vasquez.
No, I never fallen too much to the rockabilly stuff. I always appreciated it.
Huh.
You know.
He's sensing some of that.
Yeah.
How would you categorize what you do? Even though, like you said, because you do all original, you're an original artist.
Right
so, do people compare you to people that are possibly influences of yours?
Well, I guess all the music you listen to is an influence if you like it.
Right.
But what I'm going for in my music is I'm trying to make these songs get up and rock.
Yeah.
I want them to develop, to grow up and mature and be what they are. And when you write a song, it's almost like it's its own genre. The song it's got a personality.
It has its own legs.
Yeah.
It really does. Right.
We need a hashtag the bone. You should be on the bone. It's not like that's the kind of music I'm hearing. 107.7 the bone.
Yeah. Well.
Shout out. Right.
Let me play another song because all my songs aren't like that one.
Okay, let's see what other kind of messages we get rolling in. All right. All right, what's this? Oh.
This song's about the spirit world. A million miles away, the land I lived in it, I return to as I choose my way. I turn my back on the way I learned to, a million miles away from lovers loving, dreamers dreaming, like a child at play. Philosophers grasp at meaning. Isn't everybody dreaming? Awakening the lies of futile scheming. A million miles away, a flash of light so clear and fleeting, and what did it convey? I couldn't say, I just kept repeating, a million miles away. Friends and loved ones not comprehending. To them it's plain as day. The physician needs to do the mending. A riddle and confusion blending. With trouble coming towards a happy ending. I think about a place so far away and still receding, of triumph and disgrace. A king in tatters, abused and bleeding, a million miles away, and yet so close I can hear them grieving. They will have their day with and some receiving. Adrift without a star to guide me. A host of friends unseen beside me.
Right. Hey, we got 38 more to go. Oh, we're getting to the next one. And I got there was a fan question. What musician would you be excited to play with that is no longer with us?
To play with?
Yeah, who's on your fantasy football league if it was music?
You know,
Out of that one, huh?
it'd be great to play with somebody like Freddie King or something, I mean,
That counts. Yeah.
I could get down with some Freddie King jams, or yeah, I don't do a lot of covers, but I do yeah. Tom Petty comes to mind. He's another one that's passed.
He counts, yeah. It's pretty much all I heard at the Stevie Nicks concert was a lot of Tom Petty.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I cover a Tom Petty song. It's called, and I never hear it on the radio. I mean, I say the radio, but I don't.
We had a guy on here that said he sings a lot of covers because that's what gets people's attention.
Mm-hmm.
And like when he plays in venues, they know to dance to it because I guess they're familiar with it.
Yeah.
Like how you were saying, people don't dance right away because they haven't heard your music, which is surprising to me.
Yeah. Well, you can get a movement sometimes, but it's usually a certain type of crowd, If you got a crowd of deadheads, they're gonna dance to anything with a beat, I mean.
Yeah, because your music, just when you start strumming, it makes you want to start moving.
Yeah.
And what do you think? Because I'm surprised, you don't have as many listeners as you should have. Your music's great. Well, what do you think stops some of that?
Oh, the main thing is I've never spent any time or effort promoting it. You know.
Gosh, man, music should just sell itself.
Well, yeah, you would think.
Like it's so good that other people are gonna just say, "Hey, you gotta check this out."
There are. It's like everything else in this world. There's machinery that goes with it.
Yeah,
you know?
and then the OnlyFans. People always gotta set up an OnlyFans to promote their stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, there's bloggers and you know, people all over the place trying to make a living telling people how to promote music and you know, I read some of this stuff and I don't do it. I know what you're supposed to do. You know, you're supposed to put out Facebook posts. You're supposed to put out stuff on YouTube. You're supposed to, you know, and they call it content. You know.
Yeah, you don't have. I looked up your YouTube. You don't have any under your own YouTube name. I don't think you have many videos or any.
I think there's like 5 or 6.
You have more like your music, but not the videos. Are you playing live? I think what we played at the beginning was someone else's page.
No, that's my.
Okay, but
that's my.
Maybe just.
That's Richard Strick and Hearts and Bones Band is where you find that. But it's.
Maybe I didn't look up the entire band. Okay.
Yeah.
You gotta send those algorithms further down that way. You need, the good music like this out there.
Yeah, I come from the you know, prehistoric ages. You know, when they didn't have computers and stuff like that. And, and it's you know, I'm probably just never going to get with it. You know.
Well, I was just talking about that because yesterday was the Cinco de Mayo, and so. Everyone says they were here first from the, I think the Mexicans say they were here, and then the Native Americans. But the dinosaurs are really here first. Yeah. Who do you think was here first? Like originally?
Well,
he might be Googling it right here. Actually, that's a good one.
The Indians were here, you know.
Hey Siri, who was on Earth first? There we go. No, she doesn't.
I'm guessing
the earliest undisputed evidence of life on Earth dates at least from 3.5 billion years ago, during the Earchean era, after a geological crust started to solidify following the earlier molten.
I asked who, though. Are we going for dinosaurs?
Okay, so I guess it depends on your belief system.
Is it okay? So is this more religious?
It could be, or it may not be. Again, it depends on the point of view. And I'm off mic, so just to let you know.
Well,
but I'm just letting you know. But right?
Well, I mean, is it? You're Lutheran there, Richard. Well,
I was
Christian.
a Lutheran.
Oh, okay. Well,
by the time I was 12 years old, I figured out that they were feeding me a bunch of BS, you know.
So to the hell with religion.
Well,
for you, I mean,
you know, for me, you know, for that period of time, I became an atheist. You know, I was an atheist when I was 12 years old, and you know, I think my ideas about that evolved after that.
Atheism is a young man's game now, right? So you're agnostic, is what you're saying?
Wait, is it?
No, I'm not. I'm a Christian, actually.
All right,
so
yeah.
So even better.
Loud and clear.
All the way back.
Christian man in studio. I like the way you said that loud and clear. I think, yeah, I think I'm the non-denominational Christian, I guess. I think that's what I am, because I'm baptized Presbyterian. I'm into Lutheran. I've been to all kinds of churches that believe in that Christ rose again, at least.
Yeah.
You feel like you got a certain sector there?
I can't abide the Christian churches. None of them. I can't. I don't have anything in common with them.
Church wise, but for you, so
belief wise, I think their beliefs are all screwed up.
Okay, but okay. So
I don't think that they.
All right.
I don't think they represent what Jesus taught.
And so you're not down with organized religion?
No.
I could dig it. Because to me, it's a relationship with God. Yeah, I think that's why I go to church, but I don't. I kind of have more than one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't go to church. I don't. I just can't handle it. Can't stomach it. It's to me, it's
okay.
too much hogwash.
All right, yeah, this is good to hear. Because I mean, the fact that you are a Christian man, what you believe in the church is too organized and kind of cliquey.
They're just wrong.
They
got too many bullshit ideas, you know.
Yeah, man, it's just you got rock and roll in your blood, man. I could feel it.
Well,
you're a man. You don't follow.
It's not just rock and roll. Have you ever heard of Emanuel Swedenborg?
No. Hey Siri, who's Emanuel Swedenborg?
Have you ever heard of L.M. Arnold?
No.
Or Archie J. Inger?
No.
Well,
educate them.
Yeah, because Siri's being kind of slow right here.
We'll start with Swedenborg. Swedenborg was back in the 1700s, 1600s. I don't know exactly when, but he's way back there, and obviously a Swedish guy. He was an industrialist, and when he was about 50, he had an experience that changed his life, and he began to write about these experiences where angels would come to him and take him on tours of the spirit world, and he would write books about it. And then L.M. Arnold, 1853, something like that. He wrote a book that specifically said that he didn't write it. He was told what to write by Jesus. Jesus came to him and told him what to write, and he wrote a book called "The History of the Origin of All Things." Then in 1908, Archie Inger wrote a book in the same way. He was a medium and took no credit for the book. The book's not even copyrighted. It's called the Revealed Translation of John's Revelation.
Okay, I see The Wolf and the Seven Little Kids, L.M. Arnold.
What's that?
The Wolf and the Seven Kids, is that?
He's a writer, an author.
They're all authors, I believe, right? All these people you're mentioning.
Archie Inger is a medium, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He wrote didn't write a great deal, but he was also an artist.
Levi McKean Arnold. Died in 1864. Dang, I died in 1864.
Yeah.
Okay, your history.
Yeah. So these are the people that I read. You know, I don't really.
Well, it's
really,
all about you.
I don't care what the Pope says. I don't care what
Yeah, no.
what
Okay.
Jimmy Swaggart says, or any of these people. You ask.
Okay. Yeah.
When I was a kid, you have to get a certain education. Like it was very similar to Catholic. We had Bible study that you had to do before you could take communion in the church, and I remember asking the preacher about the Book of Revelations, because it was fascinating to me. I'd read it, and it's like a psychedelic nightmare, you know, and yeah, I had read it. I asked the preacher about it. He said, "Well, we don't really know about that."
What?
Well, I thought to myself, well, you're a preacher and you're trying to tell me what all this is about, and you don't know what that means.
Yeah,
That's
supposed to be educated.
That said it for me.
No, well, either way, it's supposed to. What's your take on more the scariness of, I guess, a lot of the faith and the.
All that eternal damnation stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
what's your take on all that?
That's bullshit. You know, what did Jesus say? He said, to enter into the kingdom of heaven, you have to be born again.
Yeah. Repent.
Well, what did Moses say? He said you had to be circumcised. Well,
good there.
You think that that's what that's about? No, that's not what that's about. What that's about is separation from the flesh, and that's what death is. You know, is separation from the flesh, and anyway, this could turn into
that's knowledge right there.
Yeah. Well, one of the books I was just talking about, it says, how long will you continue to think that God is the commander of nonsense?
Yeah.
If you think what people typically think of circumcision as being.
Well, yeah, no, this is good because usually this is an anti-Christianity. Usually you get a lot more of that, and people saying how Christianity is the hateful religion.
Yeah.
That's what they say. But that would be more like in the way of the people, though, right? That's not.
What's their interpretation
just Christianity?
of it's their interpretation of what well, you know, the word of God, you know. It's a bunch of people that don't know what any of this means. There's been a lot of writing. You know, the Bible is full of stories. Some of it says it comes from God. Some of it says some of it's just history. But nevertheless, the meaning that you give it is that's the problem.
Yeah, because it seems like a lot of people could have a Bible and then kind of twist it into their own ways.
Well, it's got. If you look at the history of Christianity, the Christian religion after the apostles were passed, you know, after they left the scene, the thing turned into just a power trip. and it became what? It became the Roman government, basically, and not only that, but it was obviously responsible for the Dark Ages. You know, the book burnings, all that stuff. That was these people that call themselves Christians, and that's what you see now has evolved from.
Of people being a bad example.
Well, just not
that's
being
flesh,
what they say
so,
they are.
Yeah.
They say they follow Christ, but they're not following Christ.
Becomes a cool little place to go to, I guess.
Well, it became power.
Yeah.
It became government.
Yeah, the church. So the church can be a government within itself, in a way.
Well, it was. You know, that as it is now, it's just a bunch of people, you know, with different ideas, and they argue with one another, and they argue with themselves, but nobody really has any idea what they're talking about.
This could be a tricky one. But do you think they should, people that don't believe, or people think they should tax the church? Do you think what do you think about that?
I don't really care.
Yeah.
I you know.
That's just something I hear all the time.
Yeah.
It's not like they're really making money, and so
they're tax free. You know.
Yeah.
They're not paying property taxes.
But in a way,
these huge buildings and you know, acreage and stuff.
Is it like they're busking but inside a building? I just say it as it comes out. You know? All right. Well, yeah. No, that was our faith talk. You want to get into another song here?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do another song. Let me pick out something here.
That's how we do. We keep it real.
Oh. Yeah. I wrote this song for my son. He's an atheist, and I wrote this for him because I got tired of arguing with him.
What kind of timing was that? That's pretty good. Oh, good follow-up.
It's called My Imaginary Friend. Everybody's talking, and I'm trying to talk to them. They say nothing's before the start, and nothing's past the end. Anyway, why would it matter? And how is one to know where it is we come from and where it is we go? Well, I'm not gonna argue, I got nothing to defend. I think I'll just talk to my imaginary friend. I think I'll just talk to my imaginary friend. As the road of morning opens to one or another way, then evening starts to wind down, and I look back on my day. They say whatever floats your boat is how we are to choose. Don't take yourself so serious. What have you got to lose? Well, I guess they think I'm crazy and I'm gone around the bend. But I would rather listen to my to my imaginary friend. Surrounded by acquaintances, I've still been all alone. I've traveled so far afield, I've found my way back home. To home and hearth and my loved ones I have stolen away, and closed the door upon a world that's lost and gone astray. But gratitude has called me out, I have some love to spend. I don't know how, but I will ask my imaginary friend. I don't know how, but I will ask my imaginary friend. I don't want to waste my efforts, I don't want to spin my wheels. I don't know what it looks like, but I do know how it feels. I'd imagine it's a marvel, too good to be believed. But you gotta give something away for it to be received. Wind up at the beginning, start out from the end. Take it from the top, from my imaginary friend. Take it from the top, from my imaginary friend.
Yeah. Never heard a song about atheism. And that was kind of about that, but to your son.
Yeah, you know, I think
Sorry.
atheists have a lot of intelligent things to say. You know,
'Cause they're-
a lot of times they're a lot more intelligent than the people that call themselves Christians. You know.
Oh, the way I see it's because they just. How can we hate on these people, or how can we judge these people who they haven't found a reason to really? Well, there's a side that seems to have maybe turned against Christianity or God from the way they've been treated or felt, but then there's the side that they don't know. So why would they believe? They just
Right.
they just don't know yet. I feel like that's smart. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have someone who is trying to really put some thought into what they believe in.
Yeah.
For someone that's easily manipulated. Or,
Yeah. My son's a wonderful human being.
yeah. What's your son like there?
Oh, he's a maniac. He's
Still an atheist?
no. I think he's I
Alright.
think he's becoming a little more open-minded
Okay.
as he gets a little older. I think he's about 50 now, but yeah, he's getting a little more open-minded, but he's into some very unatheistic stuff, like the meaning. He wants to live a life that means something.
So he's looking into, not sure what though. Yeah, but he's looking.
No, he's
into
just
something.
looking into he's into his job is tech. He's a tech security. Is what he started out in, and now with AI, he's doing all kinds of stuff with AI.
That's got to be weird, especially being a musician. What do you feel about AI?
Oh, my feeling about the world is that we're heading for the climax of folly, and that the progress will come after that.
I haven't heard too many of the rockers out there. Well, I mean, there's this thing called obscure music now. I've been here. I'm pretty sure it's the AI where they turn the oldie songs into kind of silly spoof songs. Like I crap my pants, stuff like that. Well, mostly it seems like the rappers are taking on the AI. They could take on a whole. They could put on a whole another person and use their voice on the songs.
There's a lot of weirdness going on with AI, and
just a whole other rapper and Snoop Dogg voice.
Yeah. Well, that voice impersonation. I mean, you got people calling up somebody's grandma and impersonating their voice and saying that, send me $1,000, they're going to kill me, or stuff like that, and it's working. Yeah, I mean, it's
AI's doing that.
Yeah,
I thought they were just taking people's
no,
voices and
people
songs.
are doing that with AI.
Well, yeah. Well, it takes people to be the AI.
Yeah.
I haven't had that yet. I still wouldn't follow through. My grandma's dead, but I mean, they could say other things like your mom or your cat.
Yeah.
My cat. I love my cat. But I still wouldn't follow. I wouldn't believe it over the phone. Yeah. You know what's messed up about that? I hung up on the cops once. They were asking for donations, and I thought it was a scam. But as upon hanging up, I realized it was really them. The police department asking for donations. I was being sarcastic too. I was like, laugh, yeah, right, yeah, go, oh yeah, and I hung up, and then I was like, oh, whoops, because they were talking as I was hanging up, and I realized, oh, man, that was really them. Jeez, they got my number. It's not.
Oh no!
I should call back and apologize.
I worry about that too.
Like, if it's really the person, but
you turn down the cops and they're gonna start following you around or something,
Yeah, I thought you were really AI. I'm really hoping that one of these days, like that steel Tesla car. Have you seen that? Like the box truck car. I'm hoping like RoboCop comes out of it someday. Here I am talking like I'm on shrooms or something. But no, that's not me. I've only done it by accident. But I don't know. Something led to that. We're talking about we're talking about the Christian talking atheist. It sounds like you believe in like Christianity is supposed to be love, right?
Well,
like loving one
Jesus
another,
said,
sort of thing.
"Be ye likewise perfect." Now, how are you supposed to do that? Well, you're supposed to do it the same way he did it. You're supposed to do it by talking to the angels and doing what they tell you to do.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what Christianity is.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure
if you can't connect with the spirit world, then you're not a Christian.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure. Like
that's what Christianity is. It's connecting with the spirit world.
When it comes to judging and
doing the will of God
and all that, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be God's job. We're supposed to be just vessels of spreading the good, not the judgments. seems like people have gotten that kind of twisted.
Yeah.
I mean, like the way the world is with people, like confused and all the like all that kind of stuff. We should just. What do you think about Christianity in that way? It seems like it's more
Just like any other group of people, people get together and think all kinds of stuff,
Yeah.
and if they want to follow something, they can join something and follow it.
that's
It's just another stupid thing that people can
the
follow.
fact that we seem to, as a people, condemn people. I feel like that just makes it too even worse in a way.
Well, they're condemning each other half the time. I mean,
Yeah.
you think the Pentecostals are going for what the Pope is saying, or vice versa?
Yeah, I never understood the Pope. It's like I think that's more a Catholic thing. But it does seem like a lot of people look up to the guy. And have I been wrong this whole time? It seems like that's kind of idolizing. Yeah, it seems like people more worship the Pope.
It goes back to Peter. He's, on this rock, I will found my church. Well, he wasn't talking about Peter. He was talking about Revelation. He said, how did you know that I'm the Son of God? And that's what he was talking about. He was talking about Revelation. He was talking about something told Peter the truth.
Yeah.
And that's the foundation of the church. Not Peter. It wasn't Peter.
Oh, is it? Yeah. To the angels.
The spirits told him.
And without that,
connected with his mind.
Without that, it's just our own human flesh. Yeah.
You look at nature and the animals. They're doing the right thing.
Yeah, my cat definitely.
They're all doing the right thing. They're not. They don't have to think about it. They don't have to have read books about morals or religion. They know what to do.
Yeah,
it's people that don't know what to do, and that's because, well, that's because they're higher. They're more blessed. They're more.
That's what makes us the worst. Jeez.
Well, we're just haven't evolved yet. That's all.
Yeah.
We've evolved, but we haven't evolved beyond ourselves yet.
So you have 2 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, married for a lot of years. Right?
Yeah, I got 2 kids. I got 2 stepkids.
Okay.
My second wife had a couple of kids.
Oh, funny. So if you're not with the person anymore, I think the person you should get that ring back.
Well, she passed away.
I mean, not that situation. Wait, no. Well, I mean, anyway, yeah, that would. But if the person just leaves you, you should get the ring back.
What's that?
You should get the ring back if the person just leaves you.
I don't.
Morally, right? Morally.
I don't know.
I'm trying to get an answer there because trying to wonder about getting my ring back. But that does. Until you stuck. Is this your first step? So is it second marriage or something?
Yeah.
This step.
My first wife, I couldn't live with her. Yeah.
Got the ring back though, right?
No, I didn't.
Did not
look for any ring back.
All right, so it's best to forget about getting the ring back.
Well, that stuff doesn't mean that much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. All right. Yeah. I mean, especially, it sounded like you had a long journey with your second.
Yeah, we were married for 40 years.
For 40 years, jeez.
42 years.
40, I keep forgetting that you must be a lot older than I am.
I'm 75.
What the? Okay, that was a jump. Wow. That makes me think. Okay, music must keep you young. And 75. So
I joke.
you're not 75.
Keeps me in my
right?
youth.
Are you really? You really 75?
Yeah, I was born in 1949.
So how about this Keith Richards guy? Because his age makes me think of that. Like, is he really the oldest rocker? Like, you're gonna keep rocking out probably past him, I'm sure. People act like he's like the immortal and
You get your what is it, 70, and after that you're basically you're happy to wake up every day.
yeah. I mean, when people act like once he dies, the world it's over for the world. We've listened to oldies and Motown. We know people that are probably rocking out a lot older. But I guess 80. I think he's 80. 80 is pretty old. I don't want to look up Eric Burden. Hey Siri, how old is Eric Burden? Let's see. All right.
Eric Burden is 82.
Eric Burden's 82. Come on. So he's got one up on Keith Richards. Eric Burden and the Animals. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, matter of fact, I cover an Animals song.
Looks like you're about to jam out right now. Right now.
It's an animal song, but they didn't write it. Actually, Nina Simone, I preferred her version of it.
Which one is that? Don't let me be misunderstood.
Don't let me be misunderstood.
I kind of thought so. All right, because of the melody and all. Should we? All right. And then get
You
another
want
song
to
here?
play another song?
Yeah.
I'll play one more.
We could probably get a couple in before you leave.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go for it. That's what people want to see anyway.
Love that blossoms and shines like the darkest times,
Good.
and soften hearts and open minds. Beloved child, the night so deep. Like a flower, the child reaches as it grows for light, the only thing it really knows. The light of love will rouse you from your sleep. There are those who say love has lost its way, and beauty will not ever see the light of day, and evil madness holds the winning hand. Don't believe it, don't despair, don't be convinced, you shouldn't care. Life is love and love is everywhere, and beauty shines to help you understand. their plunder from another's pain, and with their brethren reap a strange delight. They'll be sleeping tight when dawn turns into light of day. It opens up your eyes to see the way. The children of the night.
We should get one last song in. Before we...
One more?
Well, yeah.
You got about 13 minutes left in podcast, so go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
I end up talking. I get all of them in, but hey, I got to pay Paul for another hour. This is funky. All right.
Useless and the dinosaurs, they worked 8 hours a day. So the money changes hands in the prescribed scheduled play. We're all cogs in the machine, each in our own special way. Don't flatter yourself, stupid, and all your useless say. Useless as the dinosaurs, they seem so out of time. With one eye on the road, you call that a little non-profit crime. But then old master cracks the whip, and their feet they hit the ground. Useless laughs and calls them names. The dinosaurs all put him down. Useless and the dinosaurs, they're trying to be cool, but frustration, greed, and boredom just makes them cold and cruel. And they complain how bad they're treated, and then they treat each other worse. Yeah, useless and the dinosaurs, they got that dinosaur curse. My fellow inmates, useless says, waving his arms in the air. Are you out of your mind, or is it me? Or do you even care? Or maybe I'm just dreaming this. You know it's not polite to stare. This is my eyes, must be deceiving me. Maybe you're not even there. They get this magic to live a life so free. To cling to this confusion, to bark up the wrong tree. Useless and the dinosaur, they put me to the test. But I don't let them get to me. No, I always get my rest. Now some say it's a legacy, I say it's just a mess. But among these dinosaurs, I think I like you for some best.
Yeah.
Little useless in the dinosaurs.
Kind of aggressiveness got me feeling like I feel like when I'm at work, you know. We got animals vibes there, yeah. Gosh, some of these songs do make me feel like when I just want to break out of being at work. And I noticed from my job, well, last week we dealt with the pronouns thing, the orientation stuff. And I realized at work, I deal with a lot of customers, some people don't speak English. And I realized it's weird how, like, if we don't know, we just act a certain way. Like, people don't speak English. Like a supermarket, I work in a supermarket. I some customers like, I don't speak English, so for some reason I just keep talking to them in English, but like maybe slower. Like, it's got to be tough being from somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah.
Takes me back to that pyramid where everyone spoke going back to the Bible, I guess. Pyramid.
Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be a confusing world, you know. Because then you're dealing with someone that's like, oh, well, I want to care. So here I am, just still speaking in my own language. Like, what is this? They're saying you don't speak English. They don't speak English, but here you go, just speaking slower. It's got to be a confusing world. And yeah. What do you think about all the differences out there?
Oh, I think, I think our, I believe in salvation, you know.
Yeah.
I believe in salvation. I think that the human race is at an evolutionary place where they're going to make the next step, and they're going to get through it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're going to wipe themselves out, although they could, you know.
Change is good, man. I went through 2 sobriety checkpoints the other day. There's Cinco de Mayo, and it was nice to know that I went straight through. Getting older is kind of cool. I notice I don't get profiled. I'm not as some young punk anymore. They just ask me questions. I answer back, and that's it, man. It's just crazy. It's crazy, man. Plus, I know that I'm good too.
Yeah. All right.
I kind of do like I had someone say the other day, I don't believe in calling the cops, and I think for some things you probably should, right? But also
where I live, it doesn't help.
It doesn't?
No.
I guess.
No. You got to take care of it yourself.
See, that's where I'm getting. Like, I'm not saying no. This isn't anti-police, but at the same time, like, if you can take care of yourself, that's That should be the way it should be, right?
I got a neighbor that has an antique store.
Yeah.
She had it broken into the other day. Called the cops, and first of all, they didn't want to come out. They finally did come out and checked it out. And then, but she knows who did it. Somebody told her who did it. Had their address. Was happy to talk to the cops about it, and nothing. Nothing.
Is that the conclusion?
That's the conclusion.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So, but
you know, they could have gotten a search warrant. They could have knocked on the guy's door and said, "We want to look around your place." You know.
But if you can, so this isn't anti-police, but if you can handle it yourself, it's probably the best way. I think about the last situations I've had when it came to taking down someone. I felt like I had to escort the person to cops in order for justice to be served.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had to chase the guy down, make sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't want to put down the police. I mean, they got a tough job, you know. But
I always look at the middle ground because it's either you hate or you love these days. There's no just I'm thinking here middle ground.
Yeah. Yeah, but out where I live, there aren't any police. You know, basically.
It's a town. I get it.
They
call it Middletown.
I live about 4 or 5 miles south of Middletown, and Middletown is a town of 1,000 people.
So you know everybody.
No, I keep to myself.
It's that kind of area.
I don't know a lot of people. I know the musicians.
Okay, but it's that kind of area though. If something goes down, the community probably knows who did it.
Yeah.
I mean, if only we could go back to that. Like that's where we wouldn't need the police if the community could take care of it.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good ending right there. Oh yeah, next week. You know, this is what keeps the show exciting is just music, man. I'm planning on having musicians. We would probably get a little interactive too. Probably gonna be a round table. We're gonna be like doing the music. Yeah, Richard is a good start to that. Last words here. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, well, look for my band. Barbed Wire Valentine is my new band name. I changed the name from Hearts and Bones because Hearts and Bones was a Paul Simon thing, which I didn't know. It actually came from one of my songs. The chorus of one of my songs goes, in the night where hearts and bones are breaking, out of sight, like this mistake you're making. Wrong and right gets lost in give and take, and push comes to shove to Jezebel with love. It's from the song Jezebel to Jezebel with love.
If he heard that, he probably.
But anyway, I changed the name from Hearts and Bones to Barbed Wire Valentine.
Great name. I actually saw that on the Google. A great name. Too bad you didn't trigger that Paul Simon though. Right? Make you change it?
No, it just clutters up your SEO.
If you triggered him, then you could fool, but know that you made it.
No, you go to Hearts and Bones and you get about 3 yards of Paul Simon.
Okay, so that's not okay. That would be good. All
right.
right.
Anything else you wanted to plug before we go? Like any up and coming gigs, your socials?
Oh yeah, we're playing Tall Guy Brewing in Fort Bragg on the 18th of May. It's a couple of weeks off.
Where do you keep your calendar? Is it online or?
It'll be on my website. Yes, Richard Strick.
Oh yeah.
.com.
My calendar is actually in my car right now. I hit on the seat. Oh, whoops. So let that out. Someone might try to break in now. Well, we're heading out. See you next week. We got some more live music coming next week. And my cat.
Right.
That's